how much Harris County, the sheriff's office, and this court values a mother's right to breastfeed. 770,000?
It doesn't matter if Jesus was here. I have to treat everybody the same way. It can't run forever. I will get you, and this.
Pause right there, because this isn't just a bond argument. This is a judge weighing two competing legal priorities: a newborn's immediate medical needs versus the court's duty to prevent a defendant from fleeing. The law doesn't ask what feels fair, it asks what risk the court can justify. And that tension is about to drive every decision you're about to see. So ask yourself early, should biology ever outweigh flight risk?
Judge, we're here on Jovicia Gillis. Last time we talked 2 days ago, you asked me for proof of her travel back and forth. That's her I-94. So when it says ARR, it means arrived in and departed from. So you can see, yes, she departs, arrives, departs. She's back and forth for years. Just a snippet. She works on H-2B visas for about 6 months to 2 years, depending on her contract, through various companies. Stein Erickson Collection, it's hospitality, was in 2020. South Carolina Kiowa Resort was 2022 to 2023. And then the most recent one, April to October of 2024, was St. Joe's Company Hospitality, where she works at various resorts. After that, she was here on a vacation visa, so she was not here illegally. And then she has to go back to Jamaica, get her new contract, and come back. So,
Have you seen this, Mr. Kemp?
I haven't, but I verified through DHS. So it wasn't a misrepresentation, but she was previously on a work visa. However, it expired last year. So legally speaking, she's on a tourist visa. And Shreya's tried her hardest, but she's armed with allegedly $780,000. She's not an American national. She's here on a tourist visa.
So what we would do is we would have her surrender a passport then.
yes, let's do it.
So I mean, that's what it says. Like if Judge rules out, it's going to be the first thing. But just because with the amount of money, just allegedly, the amount of money that she has stolen and the fact that she's here on a tourist visa, I'm still opposed at no bond. But if the court grants a bond, that would be my request for.
I'm okay. We have no other criminal history, right?
No, Judge, but
It doesn't appear that she's a danger, right? She's got a young kid. Did the nursing thing work out?
No, but almost, because of red tape. So I bought it with my own money, but because of red tape, they won't let me bring it. Don't worry, I just verified from Sylvia that at some point we came upon the conclusion that if you deny the PR bond and if whatever, we're going to bring her to court every day so she can pump. Then in the afternoons, she has to go to the hospital every day.
I don't know about it. I'm not going to do a PR bond because I think that at the very minimum, you need to have some skin in the game so that you.
Okay, what kind of bond were you thinking?
I don't know what.
I said I still stand by. I have to defer the court because I'm still standing on the no bond because of the circumstances, and so I don't want to beat a dead horse. But just in terms of the allegations and over the long period of time, and again for the other same reasons, is that
she's alleged to have close to $750,000.
So how much?
That's.
She's not convicted. This is the question I asked today. She's not convicted. She's charged. And we're not talking about the underlying facts. It was a 2B. There could be various defenses. All we're talking about is how to get her to Pennsylvania. But if we are considering the underlying facts, I would like to know how much Harris County, the sheriff's office, and this court values a mother's right to breastfeed. 770,000? If we're talking numbers, because she has been denied access. The Harris County jail has admitted and is scrambling. And I'm talking CEO of Harris Health right now. They are scrambling. They have been asking me multiple times, why is she not getting a PR bond? Why is she not getting a PR bond? So I'm asking you that on behalf of the people that I've spoken with, why she is not getting a PR bond, knowing that they cannot provide those facilities. And we're at the point where I have to bring her daily. I'm appointed and I paid for it with my own money. I'll donate a $300 pump, but they won't take it. So because of the red tape, she is.
Bring her here so she can she use a pump here?
So I bought.
You guys okay with that?
That's the thing. They said we don't know if they'll allow that because technically she can't go back to the holdover with the pump I bring. So that's asking me to every day bring a pump so she can pump. I'll go home, I'll disinfect it, and I'll bring it back. But this is insanity, Judge. She's a nonviolent offender. We don't even know if Pennsylvania wants to pick her up. We're fighting, I mean, the state is fighting a battle and saying this woman cannot breastfeed. They barely are getting a pump. And I find this absolutely crazy. She's been in custody for 6 days. She has to go to the shower and hand express. They refuse to give her,
Look, she's
This is the defense's strongest move, reframing alleged stolen money as the price of maternal rights. Legally, though, courts don't calculate bond based on emotion. They look at three things: severity of the charge, risk of flight, and ties to the jurisdiction. And here's the problem. International travel history plus nearly $1 million is exactly what judges are trained to treat as a red flag. Is this advocacy or a calculated pressure tactic?
charged with a criminal offense of.
I'm saying she's going back. She's going back.
$750,000. It just so happens that it happens at the time when she gives birth. I mean, it never, when someone gets arrested, it's never at the best time. Oh, you know what? Thank God I got arrested now. I mean, shista happens, right?
Sure.
It just does. But there's consequences to behavior.
And let's take her passport and make her go back. I have contact with her father who's going to come get her. I have contact with her mother. She's not leaving the country. There's no flight risk.
So for what it's worth, in terms of if she waived, I asked Amy to call to see if it flipped to a waiver, because technically and legally, right now, they're only pursuing governor's warrant because she's a refusal. So I asked Amy to call to figure out when the fastest they could come if she waived today. And she got a hold of Corporal. They're supposed to call her back today because the person in charge of it.
You know that Pennsylvania still.
That's the other question I asked, because technically the decision would lie with the prosecutor. So she's right now calling the DA's office in Pennsylvania, because the sheriff's office only obviously facilitates whatever that decision is. As far as what the extradition confirmation was, they are willing to extradite.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I can't show preference to anybody. I get it that she's nursing and stuff, but how am I supposed to show preference to anybody? I have to be fair to everybody. I can't show preference.
It's a nonviolent first-time offender.
Well, and so that's
Flight
why
risk.
I'm not asking you for $25,000, because otherwise in this type of situation, I would say no bond or somewhere in the neighborhood of like 25 grand. So, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Like $1,000?
I don't.
Fine,
1,000?
sure.
Okay.
There's consequence. Can you bring her out, please? Guys, do you mind bringing her out? Gillis?
And sorry, and this obviously is relevant, were you able to confirm who actually has her passport to surrender? Because if that's going to be a condition of,
The DHS wherever she got arrested.
okay,
I'll ask her right now. She knows.
okay. Because I'll have to call, because I'll
What's the
surrender.
actual charge? Is it like misappropriating?
So the way it was written was theft by deception, false impression. But then I'll have to because the alternative is if it's going to be kept in DHS, then it would be an order from the court that would be submitted to DHS so that they don't inadvertently release it to another authorized party. Because otherwise it would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office, which obviously to facilitate that, that's going to take a couple days. So you have to bring it here and then release. I don't know what kind of form they have to fill out.
So I'm going to give this back to you. Do you want to see this? So it looks like she
Well, I
does.
took on the
She
travel.
does travel credit.
Can I forward it to you? There's so many emails.
I don't take
Um,
issues on
Here,
the
you want
travel part.
Let's, come on, Amy, say they don't want her.
I got the call, they didn't answer. I think they're on lunch break because they closed during the lunch hour system.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did leave a voice message with the person I talked to.
I will call after the approach.
Well, regardless though,
Well, no, I'm saying if they don't want to extradite, then the bond becomes irrelevant. And I just missed the
Then we
case.
don't have to fight.
I'll call, I'll figure it out. I'll get somebody.
I mean, I can't imagine that that's why, really.
It's Pennsylvania.
I don't
I don't know.
Who has your passport right now? It's in Oregon. What do you mean holding? Like which?
Here, downstairs.
Oh, they have it here.
So then they would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at the,
Yes, evidence.
got it, okay. So
Okay,
that's even
And
better.
I think Paria has a copy of the form if you don't already have one to
Okay,
have.
I'll
the
email it.
so your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond so that you can go turn yourself in to Pennsylvania. I will acquiesce and I will set your bond at $1,000. However, before I do that, I'm ordering you to surrender your passport because I'm not going to trust you that you're not going to go. You do a lot of international flight and I don't want you to take off on me because I need you to answer the charges that you're wanted for out of Pennsylvania because that's what we do. So the other thing I need you to understand is that from the time that you bond out, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to turn yourself in in that jurisdiction. If you fail to do that, the bond that I set here now, I'm going to revoke it, set it at 0. I will not give you another one. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. You can't run forever. I will get you, and this time I will physically hold you, and it doesn't matter if you're nursing this or if you're doing that. I don't care. You need to understand that. I cannot show you favorable treatment. I understand that you're nursing, but I have to treat everybody the same way. It doesn't matter if Jesus was here. I have to treat everybody the same way, and I do. I try to be as fair as possible, help you out as much as I can within the limits of the law. So understand, I'm happy to set you up. Well, otherwise, because if I thought you were a danger or flight risk, I wouldn't set you a bond. So I am going to set you one, and it's a low bond at that, at $1,000. Normally it's, 5 to 10, but understand, I'm going to hold you to it. So if you just take off and you don't go turn yourself in, do you understand?
I was planning to drive over and not fly over, where it would be a little bit more easier for me to get
That's
there.
probably a good, well,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, you'll get arrested at the
Shreya
airport.
tell
We
you
already talked about
exactly
your
how
dad
to do
driving
it.
you.
You don't want to take another risk where they,
Yes, sir.
because understand, we're letting you out. That warrant is still a valid warrant. So you get stopped somewhere else, they'll take you into custody. So you have to be careful. The only other thing I'm going to say, don't wait till the last day,
No, sir.
because, all right,
Understand.
quick, anything else? Question?
No, I'll meet you back.
Well, do you think you'd be able to get it today for the passport surrender? For,
Me?
well,
Oh, I'll do it right now.
okay,
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't leave the court without it.
okay.
I
I'll
have
stand
two
down until that.
passports, so I'd have to
What?
double check. I
What do you
have
mean you have 2 passports? Where are they?
Because one is, they're downstairs, so,
Okay, well, both of them will go.
Yeah, now it's both.
because I think one is the H2B.
Well, guys, I'll let you
and-
talk about it.
Well,
And-
all your
Sorry.
passports, got it.
Yes, yes.
That line might sound harsh, but legally, it's the judge drawing a bright constitutional boundary. Equal protection means personal circumstances can't rewrite the rules. Once exceptions start, consistency collapses. Still, here's the real question for you watching. Was this true neutrality, or did the system quietly acknowledge motherhood only after applying pressure? Drop your take below. Did the court balance justice or barely contain it?
You have 4 open cases and you're out. You already were given one chance when you got on bond for those 3 cases out in Galveston. Now you've picked up another.
My husband was killed on the road by someone that was drinking as well.
How do I do that?
Use your imagination. Be creative. Ingenuity. Good morning, Mr. Hodges. Did you run an NCIC on him, please? What all does he have open elsewhere?
Yes, I'll run it right now.
And then if you can refresh my memory with regard to our case as well, please.
Yes. In regard to open cases, it appears in Galveston, he has an open UCW, DWI, and a collision involving damage to a vehicle equal to $200.
It says an FSGI, DWI, and the UCW.
Yes, Judge. And then in regard to this case, the officer responded to a criminal mischief and made contact with the complainant, where the complainant stated he woke up and realized his tree had been ran into. He checked the surveillance and observed the defendant's motor vehicle colliding into the tree, traveling at a high rate of speed, and observed the defendant appearing to get out of the motor vehicle, walk in front of the vehicle, then get back in. And the officer later observed tire marks damaged on the landscape leading up to the tree, damage to the bricks around the tree, as well as damage to the tree itself, leading to damage approximately $200 for the grass and bricks and $2,500 for the tree.
And this is like, it's in the middle of the night, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. What would you like?
Judge, I'm asking for the driving condition and the curfew. I get it, it sounds bad, but Judge, he's unable to work. He's an electrician. He works throughout the night sometimes.
Oh, I'm not, I don't want you out in the middle of the night, Mr. Hodges. You have 4 open cases and you're out. You already were given one chance when you got on bond for those 3 cases out in Galveston. Now you've picked up another case in the middle of the night.
Are we able to lift the no driving restriction then, and maybe do 5 to 10 PM? It's just the 6 to 6 kind of interfere with his work schedule, like I said, but I understand completely not wanting to drive at night.
What's the curfew now?
I think it's 6 to 6.
It's 9 p.m. to
Oh.
6 a.m.
No, I don't do that bad. It's 9 PM to 6 AM. What do you want, Mr. Hodges? I'm not giving you in the middle of the night. I'm telling you now, you have 4 open cases. This is a potential DWI. So it's really a DWI and a second DWI. And you want me to let you out in the middle of the night?
Okay, we just looked in our driving restriction, Judge. Because it's daytime from,
Can you run his license?
Yes, Judge.
it's not eligible, but he has an ODO.
Yes, Judge, I'm saying not eligible.
He has an ODO license, Judge.
Did he have an interlock in his car at the time when he got here?
I don't believe so.
Then I'm not going to do it because he's supposed to have an occupational always needs an interlock.
It may have.
You're
Judge.
you're violating your,
But did you have an?
you're supposed to have an interlock as part of the occupational license. You're in violation of your occupational license, you know?
It may not have required that, Judge. Because I'm not on the Galveston case. But
Show me, do you have a copy of the occupational license? Let me know.
Okay, will do. I have the granting of the occupational driver's license. The reason it didn't require interlock is because he had it prior to this. He got it for tickets that were unpaid because he didn't have insurance. He has current active insurance. I have the ODO right here.
Who gave it to him? Is it a JP court?
Yes.
Can imagine knowing that he has that open DWI in Galveston and knowing that he has now picked this case up here where it has an alcohol. I can't imagine that they're going to let, you know?
Right now it is still active. So are we?
I don't know how comfortable I feel with him driving. Are you mom? Come on up, mom. Come up, Mr. Hodges. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
How's it been not driving?
Not enjoyable.
Blows, right? Good. Wonderful. Because I want you to understand, it is a privilege. It's not a right. And we do everything in our power here to ensure that we don't kill anyone on the road. Watch the news. Every day, someone dies on our roads because of an alcohol-related collision. It's disgusting. And you're familiar with everything that he has open.
Yes, I also am familiar that one of my husbands was killed on the road by someone that was drinking as well.
It's disgusting. It's so sad, you know? And I took his privilege to drive away because of what's going on with Galveston. And now here we have the same situation here. They didn't charge him with DWI here, but very well could have been. And so the idea is to get you to appreciate it, to really feel the pang of not being able to drive, because I want you to realize it is an absolute privilege, and it is a great privilege. And to live in a city this big without the ability to drive really, really blows. That's just it. And I don't know if you really appreciate it. You coming up here and just telling me, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm hurt. That's not enough. I need to know that you really do appreciate the fact of how big and powerfully awesome it is to drive. I'm not ready yet to let you drive. I need to see some kind of proactivity showing me that you really appreciate being able to drive. But as it stands now, it's been 30 days since he's had this case here open. He's got the 4 cases over there. And I can tell you now, the judge that granted that license, if that judge now knows all these cases are open, I would bet my pinky toe that that judge would revoke that license now. Because I don't think any judge wants their name on a license with that kind of baggage to it. So I'm sorry. If you need more time at night, I'm happy to give you a little bit more time past 9 o'clock.
It's not so much, it's not so much the night, it's where he works being an electrician. He has to be there earlier in the morning, so.
Okay, I'm happy to work with you. You want 5 in the morning? What time do you want?
5 would be better.
Okay, done. I'll give it to you. Show me that you appreciate the fact of driving.
How do I do that?
Use your imagination. Be creative Ingenuity goes a long way, Mr. Hodges, but you coming up here and tell me, oh, I'm so sorry, does nothing for me. Actions speak louder than words, and it's only been a mere 30 days since you picked up this case, and not to mention all those other cases that you have in Galveston County. So you are traveling far and wide, and the danger to the public is far and wide as well. I don't want anyone to die under my book, and I don't want anything under my name with that kind of, I don't want that kind of baggage in my life. I have a hard enough time sleeping as it is. Show me, and then we can talk again. But I really want you to appreciate it, and I don't think you do so far. Okay, thanks.
Subscribe now and comment below. Was the judge's decision fair?